Hey, everybody, it's JL. And it's either really boring or really important when I start out the episodes this way. Well, this is really important. If you're listening to this and you're anywhere near Syracuse, New York, November 23rd, 7:30 p.m. with Pete Dominic, big time show, Syracuse Funny Bone. Tickets available. Get tickets now. And on top of that, it's not just about me. The other part of this announcement is we are hoping and trying to get to 300 Patreon subscribers before the end of the year. Obviously, Black Friday would be a great time for you to show your support for the show and, more importantly, access literally over 3 years of bordering on legendary bonus content for the fans of this show. So if you've ever thought about it, if money's been a little tight, spring for it this month or next month. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. So this is our one little pledge drive, whatever you want to call it. We want to get the Patreon subscribers up to 300. We know there's thousands of you that listen to this show. So give it a try. We really don't think you'll be disappointed. And let's get to a very strong and powerful episode.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Making Podcasts Great Again. I am your tech stuff guy, Jay Nog, and we are here, of course, with the President of the United States, of Mar-a-Lago, of America, could be real America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, how are you today?
I don't know if you can hear that, but Tiffany is actually in the podcast studio tonight. I said, shouldn't you be on your honeymoon? Didn't you get married with the Platinum Daddy plan? And apparently her husband is already reconsidering. So she's here. She's lying on the floor like a dog, a little upset. But I said, okay, well, technically it's not part of the Platinum Daddy plan that you get to hang out with me after that. You're supposed to leave Mar-a-Lago once you get married. But I said, what? A lot of people say I'm not nice. And I said, how about this? How about if I let Tiffany stay on the floor at Mar-a-Lago until she feels better? But I could have predicted that she would get dumped like a dog. But nobody wants to listen to me. No, they want to listen to Ron DeSantis. But that's okay. We'll see. We'll handle him very quickly. So tech stuff, to answer your question, I'm doing very strongly. America, everything's looking up. Everything is starting to look up. Even just after my announcement. That's called the power of the brand. Okay, not Brandon. Okay, not Brandon, but the brand.
I got
Very
you.
different.
So you did announce to the public after the podcast last week. And how is everybody treating you? People treating you differently now? Your inner circle? What's going on? Since you announced,
The really good people, the strong people, they know. They're right there. Carrie Lake, even Ted Cruz, by the way, is showing great respect. So there's some people who know, and some people who think they know better. And there's a lot of those people, and they're gonna get theirs because there was a show on HBO, and it was called The Wire. And I tended not to watch it because I already knew what a hellhole Baltimore was. But there was a character who said, "When you come at the king, you best not miss." And there's a lot of people trying to come at the king, and they're missing, and I don't miss, and they're going to be suffering greatly. They're going to be suffering greatly, and I'm going to enjoy it. This isn't the nice Trump of 2016 and 2020. This is going to be revenge porn Trump 2024. Okay, and we're gonna really go for it. We're gonna really go for it. We're gonna leak the DMs and the pics, and maybe even do snuff revenge porn. It's not going to be nice for the people who've shown great disloyalty.
Now, you are running, and do you consider when you announced that you created maybe a riff in the Republican Party? I'm reading a lot of people saying that you shouldn't be running. Some people are saying you should be running, saying
It's
that
like I
you're
turned. Yeah,
splitting the Republican Party with you and DeSantis right now.
well, You ever go into one of these gross places where like working class people live, and you turn on the lights and like the roaches they scatter? You ever see
Yes.
that? I think I just invented that phrase, like roaches with the lights on. I think I'm gonna trademark that. Well, what I did with my announcement is I turned on a very strong and powerful light. And now you see a lot of the we call them Republican roaches, and they're running, they're scattering. And it's good. It's good to know that. People say, "Oh, sir, you're running too quickly." No, no. This first year of my campaign is going to be about learning loyalty and seeing who's loyal and who's not, and we will systematically destroy all those who are disloyal.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. Now, since you've announced, I've seen someone tweeting about you a lot lately, and that is Elon Musk. He really wants you to come back to Twitter. Now he's being sarcastic with you on Twitter, putting memes up. I mean, this guy is really thirsty for you to come back to Twitter. I think he really needs you, and you have said no. You are going to stay on True Social. Um, will that change?
Well, you don't know, because I think none of the tech stuff people have been able to get on Truth Social. They're, I guess, not truthful enough or not social enough. But Truth Social, a lot of people are telling me, they're saying, "Sir, we didn't think anybody could be better at, have a better social media than Facebook or Twitter." And then you made Truth Social, and we've been posting truths, and it's the best. I mean, they're saying it's the best, and I know good and bad. I know best and worst. I don't know. I'm not an expert in tech. I know how to use tech. I don't build tech. I build buildings, which is a lot bigger than tech. And but I know greatness, and I know with Truth Social we have truly Truth Social greatness. And Twitter is like a sinking ship. It's like the Titanic. Remember the Titanic? It was like a boob cruise, like with, I think, with like sort of escorts. The Titanic.
Something like that. Maybe there was a parody.
Okay, well, I mean, there was a movie that came out in 1997, and they made a big deal
Titanic.
of it.
Titanic.
Excuse me, and it was straight to DVD. And I said, "That's interesting." They say, "Oh, you have to see this one," and it was straight to DVD, and it starred Leo DiCaprio and Kate Klitsnit, and it was a long point, and you should have seen the band. There was a scene where the band, the shit, they were like, the Kate Titslet came out and was like, "Oh no, the ship's sinking. Please help me." And the band, which was very progressive for the time, it was four blacks playing like a jazz band as the ship went down, and they said, "You got to go down before the ship goes down, ma'am." And then you should have. I mean, I was like, "When is the ship going to go down?" Because this is like a 20-minute scene. I thought the ship was sinking, and then she's in the water, and uh, a guy tries to get on her door, and to stop him from getting on the door, she sort of services him so he'll stop trying to get on the door. And then when he's very happy and relaxed, he sinks to the bottom of the ocean and she gets to escape. So that was Titanic, straight to DVD, 1997. Very strong movie. And it's sort of what I'm saying is Twitter is sort of like that. It's a sinking ship full of, you know, black musicians and white women on doors. And it's a total mess and it's a total disgrace.
So you will not be going back to
No, there's
Twitter.
no need. There's no need. And I don't need to lend my talents. And I don't need to say, we want people to come to truth. More people, by the way. We already have a lot of people. We want more people to come to Truth Social. So why would I encourage them to go to a sinking ship like the Titanic?
Well, can I paint a scenario for you, which maybe you might
I don't
think
really
about
like
coming?
painting. That's sort of arts. And with arts comes crafts. And with
Can
arts
I?
and crafts comes mac and cheese. Remember Kraft mac and cheese? And then
Can I?
all of a sudden you're in a radical left sort of preschool.
Can I pitch you a scenario?
Well, if Mike Pence was here, he'd be catching it for sure. Okay, what's your scenario?
So Ron DeSantis,
Or should I say, so what's this scenario?
here we go, yo. So
No, wrong song. Totally wrong song.
so Ron DeSantis is on Twitter, starts to have very strong Twitter hands. People are saying he has the strongest Twitter hands around because someone isn't here. Starts talking crap about you and going on the attack on Twitter. You're not on Twitter, can't defend yourself. People are defending, coming in defense for you, but you can't write anything back. Would you then make the decision to go on Twitter just to make rebuttals and go at Ron DeSantis, considering that Twitter is more mainstream and has cancel culture, so more people are on it versus True Social? You have to get approved for.
First of all, suggesting that fat Ron DeSantis would ever have strong Twitter hands is your first mistake. He has weak real hands. He has weak Twitter hands. He's got pudgy little fat hands. And I would say about him, there's a saying in hip hop, you don't beef down. Okay? Ron DeSantis is so beneath me that if I were to engage with him, it would be a win right away. It would be a win right away. Just have me respond. And if I rejoin Twitter to respond to him, it would be a double win for him. Now he's on Truth Social, by the way. So the first thing we do is we'd simply
Cancels account.
shadow ban his Truth Social account, so we wouldn't look like we were blocking him or we were canceling him. We just be like, nobody can hear you. Nobody cares what you're saying. You don't have my skills. You don't have my talent. So he would never be able to challenge me in a real way with strong Twitter hands.
Well, that makes sense. Now, Pelosi, we've talked about on this podcast many times, winner of an Epi. Very well endowed. We've spoken about her. She has stepped down from her House leadership position. I don't know if it had to do anything with her husband or just she's had enough. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, they're saying this guy Hakeem Olajuwon might take her place, which I disagree with because I think people are ignoring the fact. Now, Nancy Pelosi, we call her Crazy Nancy, but if I didn't have some respect for her, do you think she'd have an epi? You know how many people have epis in this world? Like 10. I've got like 9 of them, but there's like 10 people, maybe 12, who have epis. It's one of the most rarest honors, I think, in the world. It's maybe the rarest.
Epis are a month away. They're right around the corner.
And it's going to be obviously, I know we had an announcement up top, but I have to say right here, before we get back to Granny Titties Pelosi, winner of a 2020 Epi, we need the people need to like, this is the month. We are pushing for 300 Patreons. We're usually around 200. Basically, if you've been listening to this show for 3 months or 3 years, this is the time. Join the Patreon this month. Do it on African American Friday if you have to. When you're spending all this money on junk, just do it for November and December. You probably won't unsubscribe. Almost nobody ever unsubscribes. They just join and say, I can't believe it took me this long. And I say, I can't believe it's not better. And if they join, this is a serious thing. I know they're probably listening going, sir, we hear you make this pitch. If you've been listening to this show for this long, you will have all the holidays filled up with the bonus content of years. And then you'll be caught up to the 2022 Epis. And then you can leave in January. We don't think you will. But if you've enjoyed the show and you want to have the ultimate experience and catch up on everything, we need 100 people. That's 100 of you, Mapigas, or if you haven't left a 5-star review, Mapiggers with a hard R, that need to join. So do it. Okay? What was I talking? Oh, Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
I think AOC, and I say this, I don't respect AOC the same way because A, she's a person of color, but not just that. She's young and too arrogant, and Pelosi's tough. But I think only AOC is even close to being able to, excuse the phrase, this is sort of a technical phrase, titty fuck the gavel of the Speaker of the House. So, and I know Kevin McCarthy has been a very big kiss ass and he's a Republican. Off the podcast record,
We are off.
I have total respect for Nancy Pelosi. I don't like her, but I have total respect from the walking around in heels at 82 to having a big old rack at 82 to getting some things done. I don't like what she gets done, but she gets things done. You think Kevin McCarthy is going to be anywhere close to Nancy Pelosi? She's got the big boobs, but he is the biggest boob. Back on the record, please.
We are back on the record.
So Nancy Pelosi, it's good riddance. A respectful, and I know this is a new, you probably think, oh, this is a new Trump running for it. No. Always had respect. She wouldn't have an epi if I didn't respect her. But I hope, I hope she can find a man strong enough to hold up her retired rack. Because obviously Paul Pelosi is not the strongest guy.
Now, Mr. President, this was a tight race we talked about last week, but your girl Lauren Boebert was victorious. She won. She's not a loser like Carrie Lake. She is a winner. Do you see in her a different light after her winning?
It was a tough win, and toughness is a good thing. It's we already know she's cute. We already know she's sassy, but now she's tough. And I expect great things from her. I expect great things. I know Marjorie Taylor Greene was hoping she would lose so she could be the sort of dominant female crazy
Alpha.
person. But
Be like an alpha dog.
oh, she's a dog. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She is a junkyard dog. You ever see Hooch? Remember with Tom Hanks before he was grooming kids?
Yeah, Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, she's like Hooch. She looks like Hooch. She looks
Big-
worse than Hooch.
Big jowls of a dog.
She's just I love her enthusiasm and intensity, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is basically a mangled hooch. And Lauren Boebert is a beautiful little cocksucking spaniel. I think that's the name of the breed. Is that the, well, I don't have the dogs. I don't like, I sort of see the dog show once in a while and I see they got different sort of types, breeds, some call them. And what I would say is Lauren Boebert, who, by the way, did say that she was sort of not, she didn't give me the total loyalty I was looking for. She was saying, well, we have a lot of new people in the party and, 2024 is a new time. And I thought,
she was on the fence about who she would support.
and I think she's trying to be crafty, but I think she's got to realize there were no DeSantis people supporting her in Colorado. Those were Trump people coming out and saying, we love the fact that you look very fuckable and that you support our strong president, our real president. So I think I'm let, it's tough coming out of a tough win. I know she's trying to say the right things, but hopefully, she realizes that what's at stake is not just loyalty, but also a possible Trump child and prenup as a fourth Mrs. Trump.
I have a question for you. What is the difference, if you can maybe how they look, how they carry themselves, their lifestyle between a Trump supporter and a DeSantis supporter?
Loyalty, and unfortunately, loyalty is one of those tests that you don't see until it's tested. How about that? So somebody can say, I'm very loyal. And then Ron DeSantis shows up talking like sour milk, going, woke, we destroy woke in Florida, we destroy woke. He says he destroys woke. I suffocated woke in the crib. It's the only way I'm not pro-life. If somebody's pregnant with woke, I push them down the stairs and stuff a bunch of morning after pills down their throat. If they're if woke gets a woman, if woke gets a woman pregnant, I believe in up to 18 years to abort. And so he talks a big game about woke, but who was the president when woke was defeated? Me.
Yes.
He was in Florida. Saying, "Oh, I'm the governor of Florida. I defeat woke." Yeah, people are doing porn and doing bath salts and eating each other's ass at the local McDonald's. There is no woke in Florida. Florida is the most disgusting. Off the podcast record, please.
We are off.
Florida. I live in a gated community because Florida is basically the Walking Dead, but stupider. It's like zombies that never had brains, but got fake tits. That's what Florida is. There's racism, which is okay, but there's racism and plastic surgery and total stupidity. And so when you have a state that's sort of dominating the amateur porn scene and dealing drugs, and the average person, you wouldn't believe how stupid the average person in Florida is. Claiming that you killed woke in Florida? Are you kidding? How the hell could Florida be woke? It's a dumb pile of shit people. Oh, congratulations. I defeated woke. I defeated woke in a state that wouldn't know how to spell woke if you asked it. Oh, Ron DeSantis. I defeated woke. I defeated woke, Mr. President. So, no, you defeated nothing, Ron, except your waistline because your pants are breaking because you're a fat piece of shit. Back on the podcast record, please. Audiogram that, you son of a bitch.
We're back on the
So
podcast.
Florida is disgustingly beautiful. If you would let me finish my sentence, it's disgustingly beautiful state. But I think what you'll find is Ron DeSantis supporters and Trump supporters have a lot in common. The way humans and apes have or chimpanzees have 99% same DNA. But then when it comes to being loyal and knowing the Constitution, DeSantis supporters become disloyal and then throw poop at people. That's the difference. That's how you know a Trump supporter is the one who's very carefully taking a shit in a toilet, like a person, like a loyal MAGA Republican. And a DeSantis supporter will all of a sudden go, woke, woke, and take shit in their hand and throw it at people. And you go, oh, that's a DeSantis supporter, not good people.
Now, Mr. President, we have a few more stories left, but I must tell you, we have a new sponsor on board this week.
Okay, now before you get, and we want to give this sponsor total strong respect.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying, sir, you're done. You're done. It's all over, sir. And yet we have sponsors. It's called joining. We're adding sponsors, which seems more like not done. It's the opposite of done. It's called going. Starting. We're practically starting. That's the opposite of done. We're beginning. So beautiful. Let's hear from our new sponsor. This is a wonderful thing.
So, Mr. President, I always have a problem. There are so many streaming platforms these days, so many subscription services, and I'm always subscribing. And sometimes you subscribe one time, you want to cancel, you forget to cancel. Always subscribing to totally all different platforms, and then you forget about them. I discovered Rocket Money. Okay. This is our new sponsor, Rocket Money. Okay. And Rocket Money, once you subscribe to all these different things, they keep track of everything, keep track of all your money, where you're spending it for subscriptions. So you can cancel at any time. You cancel it right there, snap of your fingers. If you're like, oh, I totally forgot I subscribed to that 4 years ago, and I just, totally forgot. I don't even use that service anymore. And you will save money. Okay. It is awesome. And there's a new sponsor, Rocket Money. Okay.
Rocket, right? I wish I had Rocket Money when I was president, because when I would ask people to do something, they go, sir, I don't know if I can. You tell Rocket Money to do it. It's like, boom, gone. Get the hell out of here, service that I don't want anymore.
Yes. That's why I love using Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. Okay. And the app shows all your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. It's awesome. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were paying for. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. And that happens sometimes, but you would know it if you're not looking. And this keeps track for all of it for you. It's awesome. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money just takes care of the rest. It is a smart app. You have to sign up for now. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/MPGA. I'm telling you, all listeners, you have to get this because everyone loses track of everything they subscribe for these days. Seriously, it could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/MPGA. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/MPGA.
Now, I'm going to tell you one thing right there, because we're very strong on being anti-cancel culture. I have one exception.
What's that?
Rocket Money. They press that cancel. I say, this isn't cancel. This is called good cancel, not cancel culture. So cancel the crap out of them with our great new sponsor.
Mr. President, I read this and it's very troubling. Ivanka, your beautiful, sexy,
Watch
brilliant
it.
daughter,
That's my daughter you're talking about.
she will not be campaigning for you. What are your thoughts on this?
I have great love and respect for Ivanka, both her body and the clothes that she puts on her body, as well as possibly also her mind. And I know that she was not happy to see that woman, Tiffany, who had subscribed to the daddy plan
Yes.
at Mar-a-Lago. I could tell Ivanka was not pleased, at sort of having to share her very strong, handsome father with another woman, daughter type person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is her lashing out. So I'm going to give her a chance to apologize and to cool off. I know she's right now in Egypt with Jared Kushner. And, they're seeing pyramids and whatever the hell else you do in Egypt. And I'm going to give her some time. This is the new Trump. This is the rebrand. We're going to make an effort to be even nicer than we were before. But she doesn't have all the time. Once we get to 2023, if Ivanka is not on board,
What's going to happen?
not good things, because when you reject a strong, proud, loving, horny father, a lot of strong negativity can come your way. And I have great respect for her, great love, and I will give her some time, but not infinite time. She has till January 1st. Her New Year's resolution better be, I am helping my strong, horny daddy become a third-term president, and I will also augment my breasts again because I'm starting to get a little too fit and there's some volume disappearing. Amen.
Would you cut her off if she doesn't campaign for you?
I don't even want to get into that right now, out of respect.
Oh, wow.
But I'm gonna safely assume that Ivanka is gonna do what's right. And we'll leave it at that. But if she doesn't, there will be very strong issues.
All right. So, Ivanka, I hope you do the right thing. Now, Sleepy Joe, it was his birthday yesterday, turned 80 years.
930 years old. Can you believe it? We have a 900-year-old president.
Now, turned 80 years old. I think that's extremely old for a president.
It's extremely old for a human being.
It is extremely old for a human, but for a person who is in charge, usually for any job, you never have an 80-year-old boss. Your boss has retired probably at least 10 years to
Sleepy
15 years
Joe,
before that.
if you go to an office, there'll be that office where like the guy who was a hot shot in like the 1920s, he's collecting dust in like a wood office and he has a secretary that's 400 years old that used to jerk him off in the 50s. And he just sort of walk in and go, "Oh, that's Mr. Biden over there. He's one of our best. Hello, Mr. Biden, wake up." And so that's what we have running the country. How about that? But no,
he's,
no, we didn't. No,
he's
no, the
doing all
election
his
wasn't
work
stolen.
on a Commodore computer.
Oh,
A Commodore computer. It's like one of the first computers.
if you
You know
say
what I
so,
mean?
you are the tech stuff guy. We'll see. Is that related to Apple? I know Apple.
No, totally
And
different.
I know Samsung.
I know you know Samsung and Apple. Did you did you address Joe Biden's birthday at all? Mention it on True Social?
And on Truth Social, you can only wish somebody up to a 200th birthday. So the numbers on Truth Social, because it's truth. So we don't have old enough numbers because that's usually fiction. If you have a 900-year-old Biden,
Well, you know what's crazy is that your daughter, well, the daughter package just happened, Tiffany, last weekend, and then Joe Biden's granddaughter was just married at the White House. It's like you're a
unbelievable.
teenager compared to Joe Biden.
It's unbelievable. Yes, his granddaughter, she's going to probably get plowed this weekend at a honeymoon, probably while watching porn on Hunter Biden's laptop. And then she's going to have a kid. And you're going to have a great grandfather in the White House. Not a grandfather, a great grandfather. And by the way, not actually great. I would call him a terrible grandfather, not a great grandfather. But it's it's a joke. It's a joke. Putin and Xi and Kim and all my great friends, Joe Bolsonaro in Brazil, they all look at him and say, "Look at this old guy. How did America do this?" They went from a big, strong talent, patriot, me, to like their grandfather's grandfather. Like this is what our country, it's almost like he was at the signing of the Constitution. And we have a founding father still in office. What the hell are we doing?
It is crazy. It's you had a daughter, he has a granddaughter married. It's wild. That's why you'll be taking back the White House shortly, Mr. President.
Again,
Again, of course. Now, Mr. President, are you a soccer fan at all? Did you ever watch soccer? You never
I
mentioned
think our
soccer on this
country, I
podcast
think our country, you can trace wokeism
through
to when
soccer.
soccer, we started forcing people to quit football and play soccer. I think you saw us becoming more like the world, weak, afraid to use our strong hands. And all of a sudden you see soccer rising. And I think it's a total sign of what the hell is happening with our country.
Well, the World Cup is going on right now. The World Cup, when you become president, the World Cup will be here in the United States. So you have to kind of get into it since you'll be, no, no, not going
I
to.
get it. I get it. If people want to travel here and spend money, it's great. We support the tourism dollars. We like money. We like money. But no, I'm not going to a soccer. Please, I'm not going to go to a soccer match, whatever they call it, the football. Look at
Even
how
if
they
it's our
try to call it
country,
football. They
but
try to call it football.
it's Team USA. You're not going to watch Team USA.
I'll put out a truth and say, "Go USA!" Soccer ball emoji, flag emoji, eggplant emoji, water drops emoji.
For U.S. soccer. Well, they tied today.
I'll have
They
Ivanka dress as like a sexy soccer ref.
mm-hmm. Like
You know, like
more.
heels, little black shorts, a little striped shirt, very tight.
They usually paint their body at these soccer games. Sometimes they paint their
Well,
whole
fine,
body.
then I'll paint Ivanka's body. You drive a hard bargain, but I'll do it.
It's gonna be the American flag or your face on Mount Rushmore, and it'll be Mount Rushmore as
I was thinking I'd just sort of paint her in like a clear paint.
a transparent paint.
Transparent paint for non-transparent.
Well, I'm sure all the soccer fans will love you. There was a video today of a woman at the World Cup flashing. That's always fun, right? Random boobs in
Well, if they're
public.
good, if they're strong and
They were
good.
nice. They were nice.
What country was she from?
She might have been from Wales, but don't, or US or Wales, because that was the game going on.
Interesting. Well, she's from Wales. She probably had bad teeth. So let's hope she was quality USA grade breast meat.
It was high grade breast meat. You would have been impressed, Mr. President. Now, Mr. President, I want to remind everyone that we are a week away. I want to wish everybody a happy early Thanksgiving, but we are a week away from our bonus episode is a rally to save podcasting. Our special guest has been secured for that evening.
I'm going to say who it is.
Okay, reveal.
The brand new governor-elect of the great state of Arkansas, Sarah Big Huckabee Sanders, will be joining us. And because we need to be surrounded by winners, and nobody won bigger than, she won so big, nobody even covered it. It's just like she's the governor of Arkansas. Ho hum. Another Trump, a disciplined Trump loyal person just crushed the opposition.
From the Trump coaching tree.
Unbelievable. She's my Greg Popovich. But she'll be joining us, and we're going to save podcasting. It's going to be our first rally with the Perfect 10 Patreon Patriots, and they know we don't have to. We don't. It's about converting the other people who don't know how great it is. But
Well, I
everybody,
just want to announce that people may come on for that. It's November 30th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. You know what's funny? You mentioned it before that every person who signs on then always messages us and says, "Oh my God, I can't believe how much content! I can't believe what I missed out on. All these jokes now I finally get." So I'm telling you, sign
it's
up.
like
Patreon.com/MPGA.
It's like an affordable Disney Plus. We have people go, "Oh, I only saw the 500 Marvel movies, but I didn't see the 3,000 Marvel shows on Disney Plus. Oh no, I don't know what's going on." Well, this is like that, except affordable and actually good. You get all the top tier jokes. I mean, you're going to go back to 2020 to hear the Thanksgiving and Halloween Fred Trump traditions, which basically started a movement, the Fred Trump tradition movement. And if you don't join up now, it makes me question if you're all DeSantis people. And I mean that. It would make me wonder if they're listening to make podcasts disloyal again with Ron DeSantis. We get to work, we destroy work, sir. No, you destroy podcasting, Ron DeSantis.
And check out our new sponsor, Rocket Money. Everyone can use it. rocketmoney.com/MPGA. Sign up now. You will not be disappointed, and you will definitely save yourself some money because you're not going to realize all the things that you subscribe to that you forgot about. So again, it is rocketmoney.com/MPGA. Sign up for them. You're going to get a great service, and also you're going to support the podcast, which is a win-win for everyone. Also, if you are in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area after Thanksgiving weekend, December 2nd and 3rd, I will be headlining the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. Mike Keegan is coming to open for me for that one. It should be a good time. And that's all I got right now besides Long Island, but I'll let someone else plug that one. And Mr. President, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're very proud. Join the Patreon. Okay, guys. Hey, it's JL. Let's make this quick. Syracuse Funny Bone. You should have heard it up top, but Syracuse Funny Bone. This is for any upstate New York early listener. If you listen like on Wednesday, as soon as you get the episode, Syracuse Funny Bone with Pete Dominic, November 23rd, 7:30 p.m. Come to that. Blah, blah, blah. And then after that, I have a bunch of dates. I have my own Patreon. I have my other podcast. Everything's on jlcovan.com. Go check the stuff out. Be foolish on Black Friday. Join this Patreon. Send some money elsewhere. Get shows. Get tickets to a show. Blah, 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 blah. Happy Thanksgiving. God help us all.